When we arrived, he showed me the car we were looking for. Here's the car. Look, I'll show you soon. You didn't say why you felt sorry for everyone. Hi everyone, Romulo here from the Flying With Me channel. I'm at a Nissan dealership in Canada. I'm heading outside because this music might get me a strike. Here's my wife, the financial manager of the house. She came with me to Nissan today. We've been looking at the car for a while. I'll explain it to you. You felt sorry for everyone? I'll explain it now. All right, guys, I'm out here. There's music playing inside. And YouTube doesn't like it when copyrighted music is playing. That's why I came out here to explain the following to you. We've been looking for the car since we arrived. And the variety here is really big. Since we just arrived, I want to have a few different car models in my life, you know. And since we just arrived here in Canada, we're looking for a car. Good, comfortable, economical, and reasonably new. We already came with the idea of buying a used car at first, okay? And then, during the month, I kept doing research, looking for prices, values, what's worth it and what's not. And then, that's how I see it. I like cars that are more fully equipped. So I prefer to buy a used car that's fully equipped rather than buying a new one, let's say a basic one, right? That doesn't have everything I want. Here in Canada, everyone who lives here advised me to buy a car that's four-wheel drive. A four-wheel drive car due to the snow. During the snowy season here, a car with only front-wheel drive or just rear-wheel drive struggles. So the requirement would be that it has to be a 4x4, right? With four-wheel drive. And then after a lot of research, I ended up coming here to Nissan in Oakville. I met Liu, who's a really nice salesman. He's Chinese and has been living here in Canada for 20 years. I had seen the car and he showed it to me. And it's this car right here. I'll show it to you all in detail, okay? Maybe in the next video since we just bought it. And then there's the process of getting insurance like you saw in the last video. I got my driver's license here in Canada just now. So we're going to get an insurance quote so we can leave here with the car already insured. So in the next video, I'll show you the car we chose. I really like the car. I came here first to drive it. Today, I brought Mirella here so she could drive it too. She drove the car as well and the car has low mileage. It's a 2023 car. It has 30,000 kilometers. The car is new. We drove it. We liked the car. The price of the car was also within the budget we set. We did the math. We sold our car in Brazil. And we agreed that the amount we converted from Brazil to here would be the amount we would use to buy the car. The price, right? That we would pay for the car. And it was within the budget. It was even a little bit below. There was some left over. A little bit of extra budget left so we could get car insurance. So when we got here, we bought the car in cash. We didn't buy it through leasing or financing. Why? Because since we're stepping into new territory, we don't know how much we're going to spend each month. We don't want to have a car payment and we don't want a big expense right at the beginning. Right when we just got here now, right? So we preferred to buy the car up front and we're just going to pay for the insurance, right? And the car expenses. The salesperson, Mirella, managed to get a discount from the salesperson. He gave a small discount and offered free oil changes for life. So every time I need to change the oil, I just have to come here to this Nissan in Oakville and get the oil changed, which is free. The oil change service here is $150 for each oil change. So these $150 for the oil change, I won't have to pay for the rest of my life as long as I have this car, all right? In a little while, Mirella will get in with me in the other car. We have a rental car. And then we're going to talk a little more. She will explain a bit about how this negotiation went. And that's it. We are happy. We are happy. Our first car here in Canada, and I'm just going to show you a little bit of it here so you can see. Look, here it is. Look, it's this car. I'll show you later. It's a tradition here, guys. I just bought the car and they gave me this little stick to tap it with. Look, it's good luck.
Oh, congratulations. And
Wait, get out of there. Go.
Kitty, go, Nikki. Decide where you're going to stay.
Come here, Nikki. Come here.
Come here.
Well, guys, so I think I screamed, right? I've got the microphone now. Yeah. Well, guys, we just got home. We just got back from the dealership. As you saw, we were at the Nissan dealership. We decided to buy a Nissan car, a used car. It was in their inventory. I went last week to take a look. And today I took Marella there to see the car. And as I said, we bought the car in cash. Because before we were unsure if we were going to finance it, buy it in cash, or lease it. Which one would be more advantageous for us? But as I also said at the beginning of the video, since we're arriving in a new country, we talked and thought it would be better not to have this monthly debt with the car. Since we had the money set aside from the car in Brazil to be able to buy the car here in Canada, so we preferred to pay in full this way. And now we'll just have to pay for insurance and fuel. We won't have a car payment to make. Yeah, that's it, right, honey?
It was.
And about the negotiation over at Nissan, the household finance department, which is Mirella, she will briefly explain how it went, what amount we paid. When I checked the website, there was no car photo, only its value and price. At the dealership, the price was $27,900 and ROP. $27,900. No, 20 ROP, 27,900. Yeah, 20 ROP, 27,900. So, what do you think? Are you going to pay 27,900? No, but there were some things, some costs that we also had to pay. Please, yeah.
Here it's very different because unlike Brazil, the price doesn't include the tax. Here it doesn't. Here then it's this price, grab it 27,900 without the tax included. So besides this amount, you pay 13%, which is the total of all taxes, federal and provincial. So just there it would be 27,990 plus 13% tax. Then when we negotiated, we got an oil change included. For the rest of the car's life, full oil changes. And he gave a $300 discount on the price of the car because the car had low mileage and it was already priced below market value. Up to that point, okay, we said that's great, right? We left. So everything was settled at $30,300. Great, we're going to pay $30,300. The amount was already set. Then they took us to another place, which was to negotiate the guarantee part. And here's the thing, we're young. I can't tell you if it was a good or bad deal, if what we did was right or wrong. That's a really bad thing. When you're in a new country, you just don't know. I know these are services they're pushing on us, not that you were forced to buy them, because it's kind of like an adventure. It's a tied sale. They profit there because you bought the car below market price. So one thing, the car still had 2 years of engine and transmission warranty. And then the lady said, look, this car leaves the dealership with 2 warranties. One is 5 years for the engine and transmission, and the other is 3 years for the technological part. We can extend the warranty for a longer period. And then you get these 2 warranties instead of just one. So we extended the warranty for both the technology part and the
Transmission and engine.
Transmission and engine. It cost $2,270 plus tax. And I could pay a fee of $290. Here's how it works if I don't use that warranty. During this period, which was more than 48 months, right, 4 years or 120,000 kilometers if I don't use it, they give me back $2,000. So that amount is on hold, let's put it that way. If I cancel, I get $2,000 back. It's like I only paid a little over $500 to have the warranty extended. And then they offered a service, and this is where we don't know if we made a good or bad deal, but we made a deal. Yeah, it was between $1,000 and $1,200, and they said they're going to do a complete inspection of the underside of the car check for any rust, any damage from salt, etc., and apply a protective coating. Yeah, and that will last for the rest of the car's life too. A protective coating so it won't have corrosion and stuff from the snow. Since we don't really understand this, we preferred to buy it even though we thought the price was a little high. She said there was no way to lower it and so on. So we decided to get this service, but it's something you don't have to buy. You can have it done elsewhere too for a cheaper price. She said there's this oil service and another one that's premium, which they do at the dealership, and we bought it for the convenience of having that option. We could have financed everything, but we didn't. So in the end, the car ended up costing $34 and something. In other words, the add-ons increased the price of the car by another $4,000, which is the 4-year warranty, and $2,000 of that could come back. Yeah, the $1,200 service and the tax on the service and the warranty.
Yeah, just so people understand, this service is something they're going to do underneath the car. It's a protection that the lady told us about. It's for protection against snow because snow causes a lot of moisture and there's salt, right? Since people put salt on the streets to melt the snow. That's during the snow season. We're not in the snow season yet, but she said it's extra protection. And like Mirella said, we don't know if this is really worth it. We don't know if it's like in Brazil where they just want to sell you something. Injector cleaning, we don't know if we bought an injector cleaning or if we bought something that's really going to be useful in the long run. I preferred to buy it. We preferred to buy it because it's better to pay for having too much than to pay for not having enough. What if it starts snowing, we start using the car in the snow and have this kind of problem? Then we'll think, man, we could have paid for that service. Everyone does it, so we just don't know. Yeah, we preferred to pay, and let's see if that's really how it works, if everyone else here does the same thing too.
And was the price good? I think people do it, but I think we just don't know about the price. She criticized this oil one. She said it could end up compromising some aspects of the car. Since we don't understand, there's no way for you to negotiate or discuss. So that's just part of the game, right? We didn't know, so we went in anyway. What I find interesting is this warranty with the possibility of getting the $2,000 back. So we hope we don't have to use the warranty. If you have to use it, you use it. If you don't have to use it, at least you get the $2,000 back, and it's not a tied sale where you have to buy a Nissan product. I asked her, and you can buy it separately.
Exactly. And also a detail she mentioned about car maintenance, if the car has any problems. And if we hadn't paid that amount, when you go to the dealership, it's just to detect the problem. It's $250 that they charge. So just to take the car there for them to check what's wrong, it's $250. This is Nick. Guys, some people already know him. He's our cat who came from Brazil with us. Yeah, so it's $250 per visit to the dealership that we won't have to pay because we paid for this extended warranty. Extended, and besides the oil change that we got as a bonus, which was $149 for each oil change, so lifetime oil changes for the car.
Plus tax.
Plus tax, exactly. About the car we chose, why did you choose exactly this car? I haven't told them the name of the car yet, okay?
Okay.
We chose exactly this car because it's good value, because it's a comfortable car, it's a car that has very good fuel consumption, and it's a big car that suits us as a family. It's an SUV. We wanted a slightly higher car. We didn't want a low car because when the snow season comes, that's what we were told. For me too, it's better to have a higher car, a car with four-wheel drive. So we did a lot of research when I got here. There were a lot of car options, right, Vinny?
The bus arrived here and we rented a big SUV. The gas for this car is really expensive. We're using the Durango. No, it goes like this. We've already used 10 liters.
It's because it's a V8, so it uses more. And then we...
And you didn't know?
We end up going to the gas station more often.
A lot.
I wasn't familiar with this car, the Dodge Durango. I knew it was a big SUV, that it was a big car, but I didn't know how much fuel it consumed, right? And then we found out really it uses a lot of fuel. So that was also good for us to learn. Uh, Man, is it worth having a car like this? For us now, it's not worth it. Why? Very high fuel consumption. We're just getting here now. We don't know how much we're going to spend monthly, and only Marella is working for now. So it wouldn't be a good choice to buy a car like that. So we decided to save on fuel and look for a car that would meet our needs.
So not that size, not that type, because what happens is there are different categories of SUVs. So there are mid-size SUVs and there are full-size SUVs. And then there are vans, etc. Yeah, we rented a full-size SUV. And then all the full-size SUVs, given the small differences, we noticed that the cost, despite the gas here, not in the Sertão, okay, just in terms of numbers, all right? Not in the conversion, yeah, you go to the gas station a lot. So it kind of scares you. So we already knew we were going for a mid-size SUV. So it's a car, an SUV, but mid-size, not full-size like this Durango.
Yeah, and when I was in Brazil researching cars, my intention was to have a full-size SUV. But for now, I don't see any reason for us to have a car like that because it uses a lot of gas. We drive around here in the city. Yeah, we don't take long trips. We don't go on long drives. So a mid-size SUV worked for us. It would suit us very well. Then I started looking at the Honda CR-V. Yeah, I started looking at that other one, the Toyota RAV4, the RAV4. Yeah, anyway, there were several cars.
Let me just say one more thing, just to add something that Romulo said. Yeah, our conversation went like this. If the car you wanted to drive, like, no, the car that's my dream that I want is a big SUV, then going to the gas station is part of it. My dream is to drive a pickup truck. It won't be an SUV, but it will be a pickup truck. An F-150 and F-250. It's a dream. It's what you want. And are you going to drive? Going to the gas station is part of it. The thing is, it was never my dream to drive a big SUV. No, that's not true. My dream car is a big SUV, but it's really not realistic for us right now, so I didn't even consider it. And Romulo never dreamed of driving a big SUV. He was like, is this the car you want to buy for life? No. Then we started looking at cars that were, okay, they would be nice cars to drive. I think it would be cool, but it's not our dream right now. So there's that too. What you have to consider is if you're going to pay more, make sure you're paying for what you really want, not just for something that will get you from place to place. Because for me, a car right now is just something that will take me to the station so I can catch the subway, take us to the supermarket and do local shopping.
That's it.
It's not our forever car. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, exactly. It's the first car. And in the next video, we'll show you the car. Then I'll show you in detail all the car's features.
Right?
Are you going to tell? No, I'm not going to tell. Leave it for the next video.
He's terrible, guys. I would tell. Who?
Anyone familiar with cars or who does some research will recognize it. Knowing it's from Nissan is already a big clue.
So you already know. You can put in the comments which car it is. We've already given the information that it's not a full-size SUV, that it's the competitor of those others we mentioned. Yes. It's the competitor. I showed a little bit of it. It's the competitor of Jeep. It's the competitor of RAV4. It's the competitor of CR-V.
It's the Jeep Compass.
It's the Jeep Compass, yes. Okay, so you already figured it out. Yes.
In the next video, I'll show it properly, say the name of the car, I'll show the car, and then I'll show you the details. Another important thing too, to buy the car, what did we need to show there? Nothing. No, but we need a driver's license.
I couldn't buy the car in my name, which is funny. The guy said we'd buy it in Romulo's name instead. ¿Por qué? Because he has a Canadian driver's license and we need a license. Here, when you buy a car, you get the registration and the license plate all at once. So everything comes together. It's like the car is already registered. But the license plate is in Romulo's name. And since he's the one with the driver's license, the plate is his and the car is his. It can't be mine.
You need to have the Canadian document, which is the Canadian driver's license, and for the insurance too.
We're getting insurance quotes now and we'll update you in the next video.
Yeah, we're going to get insurance quotes. I talked to Commander H, who lives here in Canada. He lives in Calgary.
Right?
I think it's Calgary, and it is. His insurance ended up being more expensive than the actual payment. So we don't know how much the insurance will be. I'll let you guys know too. Let's start getting insurance quotes to take the car out of the dealership in how many days? 8 days?
Right? Yeah, in a week. But it was our choice. We could have picked it up earlier. It's just that we have this rental car. And you know, something I think is worth mentioning here, just so you know, we could have leased the 2026 model of this car. And leasing a car like this, 2026, the same style, right? Since it's the fully equipped one, the price would be cheaper than financing our car over 36 months. So that's something interesting to bring up. They're the ones who really encourage leasing. So if we got a 2026 car there today and bought it, it would cost $270 plus the biweekly fee. So it's about $500 or $600 a month. Yeah, with the fees, right? $600 a month for 36 months. So we could drive a 2026 car. So it wouldn't be an absurd amount. And if you do the math, $600 times 36 months, right? It ends up being cheaper than what we paid for this 2023 car. And then in 3 years, you return the car and get a new one. So what do they do with that car? They sell it. They sell it to people like us who were there buying. Exactly. So the person paid almost $30,000 for the car, right? And didn't keep it. Well, not almost 30, right? If you add it up, it comes out to that. They paid a little over $20,000 and didn't keep it. And then someone else pays another 20-something thousand to get a used car. So there were a lot of used cars available, but with much higher mileage than this one. And that's why we chose this one, because it has really low mileage for a 2023.
It's a 2023 and it has 32,000 kilometers. And for those who know the roads here in Canada and the United States, they're long roads, long distances. So the car hasn't been driven much. It was probably used the way ours will be, right? It'll stay here in the city. We don't think it's going to be driven that much, right? Yeah, anyway, so I think it was a good purchase. I'll end the video here. Next time I'll show the car, its details, and take you for a ride. And then we'll also talk about the insurance, okay? Take care, everyone. If you have any questions, leave a comment. Yeah, follow me on Instagram. Follow Mirella's Instagram too. I'll leave it here for you. Follow us. We post some things about Canada here too. If you have any kind of question, we just arrived. So everything is still fresh in our minds, right? A lot of things we had to do, a lot of things we learned in the process. So if you need any kind of information, leave a comment there and message us on Instagram too. You forgot to say why you felt sorry for the guy?
Because he was so happy to sell. It seemed like it was the first time he was selling a car. He was nervous. Poor thing, he's a stutterer. So he spoke with a stutter, and I spoke nervously. And then I was negotiating with him because the car was, I don't know, 30,700 and something. So I asked him to round it down to 30,000. Then he went to negotiate and he came back really nervous. Then he said, I got 30,300 and I'll give you free oil changes for life. Is that okay? So I said, yeah, that's fine. Then I was about to start negotiating and he said, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I said, I felt sorry for him. I was going to say, let's meet halfway. Let's negotiate. Then Roni said, go on. You didn't even say, let's meet halfway. I said, I felt sorry for him. I felt bad for him, man.
Hugs, everyone. God bless you. I'm out.
I'm out.